The annual Grand Milad, brought to you by Hubbi Rasool, is taking place on November 8th at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the biggest Mawlid on the West Coast and raise the flags of love for this most blessed occasion. Take part in Salawat, Naat and Qawwali recitations and ziyarah of the holy hair of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Also, enjoy a delicious 3-course meal, all included in this free event. Tickets are available now on nurmuhammad.com/events. Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular situation, or which prayer to make for an event or need? The search is over. We bring to you, through the Muhammadan Way app, an all-encompassing Islamic guide. A platform where you can find all the surahs from Holy Quran, special du'as and prayers, as well as live zikrs and comprehensive Islamic teachings from world-renowned scholars. Download this powerful app now and keep up to date with in-app notifications. Available for download on iOS and Android.
اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد عليه السلام صلاة تدوم وطول إليه ممار الليالي وطول الأوام.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا فتحنا لك فتحا مبينا ليغفر لك الله ما تقدم من ذنبك وما تأخر ويتم نعمته عليك ويهديك صراطا مستقيما وينصرك الله نصرا عزيزا. لقد جاءكم رسول من أنفسكم عزيز عليه ما عنتم حريص عليكم بالمؤمنين رؤوف رحيم. فإن تولوا فقل حسبي الله لا إله إلا هو عليه توكلت وهو رب العرش العظيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الفاتحة لنا ولكم يا حاضرون وولدنا وولدكم وأهلنا وأولادنا ولمشايخنا ولمن حضرنا ولمن غاب عنا ولأهلنا ولمواطننا وللمعذبين على هذا المجلس ولمن كان سببا في جمعنا، لأن الله الكريم ينور القلوب ويغفر الذنوب ويستر العيوب ويحفظنا بما حفظ في الذكر وينصرنا بما نصر به الرسول. وأن الله الكريم يجعل مجلسنا هذا محاطنا بالخيرات والمسرات والأنوار والبركات ويقضي لنا جميع الحاجات بجاه خير البريات. وأن الله ينصر المسلمين ولن يزل الله الكريم ينصر سلطان الأولياء وأن الشيخ محمد ناصر عادل الأطراني قدس الله سره بجاه خير لنا
وعلى كل نية صالحة مع حسن الخاتمة عند الموت بعد رب المدين في طاعة الله وإلى حضرة النبي.
سورة الفاتحة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
أنت سلطاننا يا ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وتب علينا وزد حبيبك سيد الأولين والآخرين سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. زده يا ربي عزا وشرفا ونورا وسرورا وسلطانا ورضوانا وما من الشيطان ونستغفره.
عباد الله رجال الله
أغيثونا بأهل الله وكونوا عوننا في الله. عصانا هذا بفضل الله ويا أقطاب ويا أنجاب ويا سادات ويا أحباب أنتم يا أولي الألباب تعالوا وانصروا لله. عباد الله رجال الله أغيثونا
مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا أبو بكر الصديق مدد يا عمر فاروق مدد يا عثمان غني مدد يا إمام علي مدد 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 يا سيدي مدد 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 يا رسول الله مدد يا فاطمة الزهراء مدد يا إمام
page 19 on the Arabic.
يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم أنتم من قوم به سكنوا وبه من خوفهم أمنوا وبآيات القرآن ونوف تجد فينا أخذ وهدي يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم يعرف البحر وطارقنا وصفا والبيت يالفنا ولنا المالا وخيف منافل من هذا وكن رقمي يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم ولنا خير الأنام أبو ولي المرتضى أسبوا وإلى صبطين ننتصب نسبا ما فيه من دخلي يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم كمنا من بعده خلفوا من سادته إذا عرفوا وبهذا الوصف قد وصفوا من قديم الدهر والزمن يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم مثل زين العابدين علي وابنه الباقر خير ولي والإمام الصادق العقل وعلي ذي أولى اليقين يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم فهم القوم الذين هدوا وبفضل الله قد صعدوا ولغير الله ما قصدوا ومحوا بالقرن يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم أهل بيت المصطفى طهرهم أمان العاقب فكري شبهوا بالهاج بالزهر مثل ما قد جاء في السنن يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم وسفين للنجاة ساقط من طوفان كل يدا وارج فيها لا تكون تداوت ذنب الله واستعيني يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم ربي فارفعنا ببركتهم واهدنا الحسنى بحرمتهم وأمتنا في طريقتهم ومعافاة من الفتن يا رسول الله سلام عليك يا رفيع الشان والدرج يا فتى يا جيرة العلم يا وهيل الجود والكرم.
Allahumma salli wa sallim. Should always a reminder for myself that when they talk about this is the month of testing, that the month of Safar is a month in which Allah wants those whom He has called in their heart and in their soul, that leave the shaitanic kingdom and run to the cave. Run to the cave of rahmah and mercy, and reminder that the entry price for this cave, because now this dunya is going very quick, the testings will become intensified and moving even quicker because dunya is at its final phase. That the entry price to this cave is to take the rocks that these awliyaullah will throw at the dogs and those whom want to have the character of obedience and peacefulness. It's not easy. When they describe a rock, people think, oh, he's talking in like a analogy. But if you can imagine standing and someone throwing a rock at your head, what would happen to you? You would cry, you would be in extreme pain, you would be in many different types of difficulties because it hit your body, hit your head, hit all around you. And the whole time you'd be, why is Allah letting this happen to me? There's those who really want to understand, then they should take notes to understand this is not a philosophy class. When this shaykh speak it, you can bet your being it's going to happen. Their life, not to brag, is filled with examples. I think 2006 we had invited people from different areas to come to the Ramadan with my shaykh, our shaykh, and the minute Ramadan began, the intense bombardment, every talk was against me, every talk was an attack upon me, every talk was everything I had done wrong publicly. Nobody tested me privately, publicly, to publicly humiliate and shame me. And sitting in that place and not running out the door is the most difficult experience you can experience in your life. Short of any major calamity and death, even death would have been easier than to think, how am I going to sit through this? But then they whisper in your ear that you've been trained, that as he bombards you, humiliation in front of people, who cares? You didn't take this path about people, you didn't take this path about yourself, you didn't even care about yourself. Isn't that what you were saying every day? This is how yourself talks to yourself. I took a vow that, Ya Rabbi, I'm nothing, I'm not worth anything. I'm asking to enter into your oceans of nothingness to reach to the threshold of Sayyidina Muhammad. So then they attack. I say, my gosh, why is he attacking like this? And in your heart you meditate and connect with them, and they remind, didn't you want to be nothing? What do you care if you're humiliated in public? Didn't you say you know nothing? So then agree with whatever he's saying. One after another, attack, 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 and never open mouth, and it didn't even open eyes. We don't want to talk about it like it's bragging, but people get a little bit of tested and they're running. It's not a bragging, it's then you meditate and keep your eyes closed and say, I can't even open my eyes, I'm so ashamed, because everyone in the room looking at you. Because that's like what Sayyidina Maryam comes and teaches you. Everyone in the room says, we knew you were the rotten one. Even there's so many miracles, doesn't matter, they say, oh we knew you're rotten, we knew you're a horrible one. So then now all their sicknesses will also come out. Nothing like somebody throwing rocks at you and others to pick up the rocks and throw them again at you. So Allah wants to show you, oh those people around you, they didn't like you, they were always jealous of you. And all their sickness start to come out, and every type of badgering, hitting everything, and the whole time closing your eyes and shooting through the heavens. Because there can be no lifting without crushing. Means that's why even giving birth is a tremendous crush upon the womb and then an ease. Crushing and then an ease. Through every difficulty will come an ease. So this whole pulsing expansion and contraction is the secret for everything. Allah, how you can receive a darajat if I don't crush you and test you? And crushing is not something easy, your heart to be broken. And that's why all these nasheeds and naats are talking about my heart like a glass now. The tariqah make you to be sensitive as if somebody pulled your skin off of you. You're raw. Can you imagine if you have no skin? The air burns you. Because when you're in dunya, anyone said anything to you, you gave it to them with your tongue right away. So you built like a layer of protection, nobody could harm you at all. You give them 3 words back. Tariqah come and make you to be raw. No, 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 when dealing with the shaykh you have no mouth, you can't say anything back. This is Surat al-Kahf, the same month, we get to that example later. There's no talking back, you're raw, you're going to be tested and everything is going to hurt you. Your heart like a glass and Allah going to shatter it. And that's why in these salawats and naats read the words that my chest is like a glass, how much you broke it Ya Rabbi, how much you crushed it. Because they can't blame anyone else, they should be at a level of tawheed where they know that not you or anyone else can do anything to me that Allah has not written. You can't even approach me without Allah writing it. This is maqam al-tawheed. Can anything come to you that Allah has not written it? Can anything move away from you that Allah has not written it? Can a word be said to you that Allah has not said it? You like it, you don't like it, because this is now a testing arena. That Allah will send whatever He wants to send to bring out the maqam of the station, however He wants to bring them out. So we understood this is like a testing ground, everything going to come, you can't say anything, you stay quiet, do your tafakkur, do your contemplation. And the other people who are throwing rocks at you, they may not even be responsible or able to stop what Allah wants to happen. This is again maqam al-tawheed, this is the first level of your usul. Because they say, Shaykh, you guys talk spiritual things but never usul. No, no, you're wrong, it's all Islamic law. The first maqam is that nothing but la ilaha illallah. Everything is coming to Allah through Allah by Allah's command. Every word that comes to you is by Allah's command. You have no ability to stop it, and the one whom saying it has no ability to stop from saying it. If Allah orders it, it will happen. The transaction will happen, the person will say what they have to say and you're going to receive what Allah wanted you to receive. Physical, mental, spiritual, verbal, whatever it is. And this is the month. So then all of a sudden you see this barrage on social media and different places of everyone attacking, but yet nobody staying silent. Every dog begins to bark, but you're not a dog that's going to receive any station when you start to bark. So then that's when awliyaullah are testing. If the smaller awliya don't know it, the larger ones definitely do. They see the arena, for them it's just an arena, and they begin to bombard. And every puppy in training you can see, oh, this is a wolf, this is not a puppy. This one he'd start typing and saying so many things. And they didn't understand that this month opens, remain silent. Don't say anything, don't get involved in any of these dialogues. Become quiet. فَأَوْدُ أَمْرِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ إِنَّ اللَّهُ بَصِيرٌ بِالْعِبَادِ. Allah verily knows my state. Only Allah can give me a najat and a sense of peace, bring tranquility to my being, Ya Rabbi. You see that the bombarding, and then in the middle of the Ramadan order from Prophet enough, enough. And you're going to obliterate the person. But that has to come by order. That's not when you say you don't need it anymore, it's by when they say you don't need it anymore. So it means they teach this way so we understand when difficulties comes to our life, and the shaykh is telling us, this is a month of safar, this is a month of testing, this is a month of running to the cave, then it's real. And people will see the cave and people will see the difficulty. Not only the spiritual people, the whole world will be put into difficulty because Allah is just. Allah will apply a difficulty upon everybody to see how all His creation react in the time of stress and duress. Keep your faith, keep your practices, keep your tafakkur. Blessed are those who understand how to meditate and contemplate, because they can take the difficulty of outside and they are the Hizbullah. They go into the heart and into the association of where Allah is gathering, into the heart. They are the party of Allah that they go into their heart for the real association. In the real association they tell you, don't worry about what's happening on the outside. Allah's cracking because He wants to bring what's hidden inside out of you. You know, you're charcoal but there may be a diamond inside. You say, no, I want to remain a charcoal. I don't think any parent could allow their child to remain as a charcoal. Say, no Baba, I want to be a charcoal. I want to go everywhere and make everything dirty. I said, no, if you just let me clean you a little bit, you may be a diamond. There's a diamond that Allah wants to be brought out, get rid of all the other garbage. We pray that Allah give us more and more understanding. InshaAllah we have the words from Ya Rab. Ajnabi, let's do the nasheed on Ya Rab. And this nasheed in Farsi of Ya Rab is that, let me read, because these the awliya they read these for us to read them, then live by them, but people think this is just for entertainment purposes until they start to get a little bit of left and right in their life and understand this is far beyond entertainment purposes. It's good the lights are off, we can't even read this. Tell me, my Lord, what have I done wrong? What did I do wrong? Because they now know testing is coming. It's not coming only from Allah. Everything in their life they understood something's going on. Allah wants something. What is it that you want, Ya Rabbi? What did I do wrong? What did I say wrong? What did I show wrong? Did I show anything demonic into this dirty world of this dunya? Oh my Lord, if you don't want me then that's a sin, I have done nothing wrong. Listen to me, my Lord, listen to my pain. Am I speaking nonsense to you? Make me to be non-existent and extinguish me. Extinguish me. The sense of their sincerity that they don't understand what is all my bad characteristics that angering you. It's better that I be non-existent in this world, Ya Rabbi. Tell me, my Lord, what did I say wrong? What did I do wrong? Other than the pain of love that you have given to me. This love for being with you on this path, on this way to reach through all these difficulties is the only time I ask for madad. I asked for the love, you gave me the love, and now I'm lost in the madad, because every type of rock coming to me I need your madad and support to survive it. Means these awliyaullah they're giving for us, that I'm lost in this divine love. I beg for support, listen to me my Lord, listen to my pain. We pray that Allah make our path to be real for us, to understand what Allah wants from us of our character, and that we have the good character to receive that. InshaAllah we'll do the Ya Rab now, Shaykh, and then the Mawlana Shah Naqshbandi and Imam Ali.
بگو یا رب بگو یا رب چه بد گفتم چه بد کردم که نزدت خویشتن را دیوانت کردم مرا یا رب نمیخواهی گناه است و اگر نفرین به این دنیای بد کردم به حرفم گوش کن یا رب
دردم گوش کن یا رب اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یا رب بگوی یا رب چه بد بودم چه بد کردم که از خویشتن رانی بلند کردم به جز عشقی که دردش را به من دادی به من یارم چه بخشیدی که رد کردم بردارم شدی یارم بلد بودم شدم عاشق همان نایه ملک کردم قلبم گوش کن یارم به دردم گوش کن یارم اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یارم شب مستی اگر یک تو بشکستم زد تکرار تو به سر کردم سیلابم که جان تیزی رو بندیدم تحمل بر عذاب جذب رو بد کردم برایم آتش دوزخ فرستادی برایم لاله ها در سبد کردم برایم آتش دوزخ فرستادی برایت لاله ها در سبد کردم دردم گوش کن یارم به دردم گوش کن یارم اگر بیهوده میگویم مرا خاموش کن یارم گرفتی جان فضله مرا از من صبورانه هنر را از نمد کردم نشانم ده اگر این مراد
pick up your sound very strong. This mic is different. Can't even see which one it registers on here. Do you know which one of these buttons controls that? No, it's all mixed up. Keep tapping. It doesn't pick up very strong shape. All right. Channel. Yeah, but a stronger mic, you can't hear anything. From on the Naqshbandi, inshallah, we have.
Yeah.
وسلم و بارک علیه و علی آله. شد امام علی سلام.
سر کوی بلند فریاد کردم، علی شیر خدا را یاد کردم، علی شیر خدا دردم دوا کن، مناجات مرا پیش خدا کن. مولا علی جانم، مولا علی جان، مولا علی جانم، مولا علی جان. امیر المؤمنین یا شاه مردان، یا شاه مردان، یا شاه مردان. دل را شاد
وعلى آله. Inshallah the Urdu book we'll do the Astaghfirullah.
Astaghfirullah, 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 astaghfirullah alladhi wa atubu ilayh, astaghfirullah alladhi wa atubu ilayh, astaghfirullah.
ilaha illallah.
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله وأحسن منك لم ترقت عيني وأجمل منك لم تلد النساء وأحسن منك لم ترقت عيني وأجمل منك لم تلد النساء لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء خلقت مبرأ من كل عيب كأنك قد خلقت كما تشاء لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله حسبي ربي جل الله ما في قلبي غير الله نور محمد صلى الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله أجسك متراض فتيري क्यों जिगड़े उदास गनेरी दोनों विच शोक जहेरी अजने नाला या क्यों जड़ियां अजसक मितरां दी वधेरी क्यों जिगड़े उदास गनेरी दोनों विच शोक जहेरी अजने नाला या क्यों जड़ियां ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद शफी अल्लाह अलैहि सल्लल्लाहु ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मद शफी अल्लाह عليه صلوات الله لا إله إلا الله
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alayhi. The Ya Garana. Again, beautiful words for any of our people out there that are translating. If you translate in English so the people who are watching, they can see the beauty and the depth of these, the kalam of awliya, their love and intense love for Sayyidina Muhammad and reminding us everything beatific in our life is from that reality. And what a gift Allah gave us to be from the nation of Sayyidina Muhammad, and in a nation that has Imam Ali, Sayyidina Fatima Zahra, Sayyidina Imam al-Hasan, Imam al-Husayn salam, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Sayyidina Umar al-Faruq, Sayyidina Uthman al-Ghani, Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib. What a nation that Allah gave to us, that all these beatific and amazing souls under that flag. And we don't understand the depth of the gift that Allah has given to us and how sensitive that faith is. May Allah make our faith and love to be extremely high with no limit, Ya Rabbi. And not to give us a drop, Ya Rabbi, but to make us to be drowned in the oceans of Iman and Muhabbat. Raj first. Because if it's scary then we'll all be scared, because the drop is still a lot. Mawlana Shaykh said, if Allah give to you from this ocean of Muhabbat, you'll be lost. People come and they can cut you to pieces and you feel nothing. They're lost in this ishq of Allah and these oceans of Iman. So Allah drown us in those love and in that ishq, inshaAllah.
अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराउल बरा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराउल बरा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना दुल्हन का ये अदना गला है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराबर बरा है। इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है, इसमें हसनैन है फातिमा है। इस घराने में मुश्किल कुशा है। अल्लाह अल्लाह नबी का घराना, ये घराना बराबर बरा है।
Ameen, Ameen, Ya Rabbal Arsh al-Azim. Inshallah, all those who are asking for du'as, those who are inshallah accept those du'as, and that will be under the intercession of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sayyidi Rasul Kareem, Habib al-Azim. That look to our condition and our state for the sake of Milad al-Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for the sake of these actions of zikrullah, intercede for us. Anything that you find wrong, to wash it and cleanse it and present it as pure and perfected into the Divinely Presence of Allah Azza wa Jal. Inshallah, bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa basira Surat al-Fatiha. بنية خاتمة خوجك أنا إن شاء الله. Let's come up close inshallah, everybody fill up the gaps, come into the أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام وعلى مشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية، خاصة روحي ممتلك غوث خليك شان نقشبند محمد ويسى البخاري، سلطان أولي الشيخ عبد الفايز الداغستاني، سلطان أولي الشيخ محمد ناظم حقاني، مع الشيخ الشام كباني، الشيخ عدنان كباني، الشيخ محمد آدم، الشيخ عبد الخالق الخوش الدواني، صاحب زمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام، وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام، سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام، ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق، سيدنا عمر، سيدنا عثمان، إمام الحسن عليه السلام، إمام الحسين عليه السلام، سيدنا فاطمة عليه الصلاة والسلام، وسائر ساداتنا وصديقنا. الفاتحة. نية خاتم خارجك إن شاء الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله.
أستغفر الله
أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله
أستغفر العظيم الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم. من كل ذنب ومعصية، من كل ما يخالف دين الإسلام، ومن كل ما يخالف الشريعة، ومن كل ما يخالف الطريقة، ومن كل ما يخالف المعرفة، ومن كل ما يخالف الحقيقة، ومن كل ما يخالف لازم يا أرحم الراحمين يا الله. اللهم يا مسبب الأسباب يا مفتح الأبواب يا مقلب القلوب والأبصار يا دليل المتهيرين يا غياث المستغيثين يا حي يا قيوم يا ذا الجلال والإكرام وفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد.
Rabbi the Sharif, inshallah asking to always see ourselves in Rosa Sharif in the presence of Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Madadakum wa nazalakum Sayyidi ya Rasul al-Kareem ya Habib al-Azim. Madad ya Sayyidi ya Sultan al-Awliya Mashaykh Abdul Faiz al-Daghestani, Sultan al-Awliya Shaykh Muhammad Nazim Ahmad al-Haqqani, Mawlana Shaykh Hisham Kabani, Shaykh Adlan Kabani, Shaykh Muhammad Ali وعبد الخالق الخجدواني بمددكم ونزلكم في هذا المجلس يا رب العرش العظيم.
فاتحة الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. صلوات الشريف. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. 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 من شرائع الشريف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فارغب. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن
الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فرغ الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فرغ الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب إلى ربك فرغ الله أكبر إخلاص الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد الله أكبر فاتحة الشريف بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين صلوات الشريف اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم 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 اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد محمد وسلم اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل 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 محمد وسلم.
صل يا ربي وسلم جميع أنبيائه والمرسلين وكل أجمعين. الحمد لله رب العالمين إلى شرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى أصحابه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العالية خاصة روحي وامتلك غوت قلي كشان نقشبند محمد ويسى البخاري سلطان أولياء الشيخ محمد بن فايز الداغستاني سيد الشيخ محمد نازم حقاني منظر الشيخ هشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل محمد خالق الخوش دواني صاحب زمان سيد محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا بن بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن عليه السلام إمام الحسين عليه السلام وسيدنا فاطمة عليه الصلاة والسلام وسائر ساداتنا صدقين الفاتحة. آمين يا رب العالمين.
ظلمنه لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله صلى الله عليه وسلم. لا إله إلا الله
محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد حبيب الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد خليل الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد صفي الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد نبي الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلاة الله. لا إله إلا الله محمد شفيع الله عليه صلاة الله والسلام. ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب. الآية الله 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 حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم.
Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Haq, 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 haq. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Hayy, 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 hayy. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Allahu Allah akbar, 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 Allahu Allah. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Ni'mal mawla wa ni'mal nasir. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billahil aliyyil azim. Yahu, yahu, ya daim. Yahu, yahu, ya daim. Yahu, yahu, ya daim. Allah, yahu, ya daim. Allah, yahu, ya daim. Ya daim, ya daim, ya daim. Ya Allah, ya Khalid, ya Khalid. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا أحد يا صمد صل على محمد يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله يا سيد يا صاحب يا صديق يا رسول يا الله حسبنا الله ربنا 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 الله يا غالبا غير مغلوب 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 يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا شاهدا غير مغيب يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا قاربا غير بعيد يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب يا غالبا غير مغلوب
حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل نعم المولى ونعم النصير لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الشرف النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وآله وأصحابه الكرام ولمشايخنا في طريقة النقشبندية العلية خاصة روح إمام طريقة غوث خليك شان نقشبند محمد ويسى البخاري سلطان أولياء شيخ محمد فايز الداغستاني شيخ محمد ناظم حقاني منظر الشيخ الشام كباني شيخ حتان كباني شيخ محمد عادل مبد خالق الخشدواني صاحب زمان سيدنا محمد المهدي عليه السلام وروح الله سيدنا عيسى عليه السلام سيف الله سيدنا عليه السلام ثم سيدنا أبي بكر الصديق سيدنا عمر سيدنا عثمان إمام الحسن السلام إمام الحسين السلام وسيدنا فاطمة عليه السلام وسائر ساداتنا وصديقنا الفاتحة. الشفاعة يا رسول الكريم الحمد لله وشكرا لله. Shall we turn the lights on? لا لا نعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد المصطفى صلى الله عليه وسلم بمددكم ونزلكم سيدي رسول الكريم الحبيب العظيم بهذا المجلس مثل يا سلطان الأولياء مشاغل الفايز الداغستاني الشيخ محمد ناظم حقاني والشيخ الشام كباني الشيخ عدنان كباني الشيخ محمد عادل بمددكم ونزلكم في هذا المجلس يا ربنا العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أتي الله أتي الرسول وأولو الأمر منكم. And always a reminder for myself and عبدك العجيز الضعيف ومسكين وظالم وجهل but for the grace of Allah that He keeps us in existence and under His rahmah and His mercy inshaAllah always. That Thursday night is an interactive night in which to go over the tafakkur and the meditation, and you will find that this way is based on that ability, that if Allah wants you to be from the understanding of this Ashab al-Kahf, and that Allah wants you to accompany those rijal and those servants of Allah, then the cave comes to the beginning of the surah to teach us that Allah going to want you to leave the satanic understandings, that this abode of satanic understandings, evilness, whatever people want to call it, and move towards your heavenly realm and your heavenly reality. And that's going to require testing, that's going to require good characteristics, and tafakkur is how to connect with your inner dimension and inner reality, using the faculties of the physical body to reach towards the faculties of the soul. That for every sense is in two. You have a sense of hearing from your ears and then the sense of hearing from your soul that has to be developed. To hear from your soul you have to turn off the hearing of the body. Means that's going to be in your tafakkur, you contemplate and begin to hear what the message of your soul is saying to you. You have to slow down in life. When you feel your heart is beating, there's a signal coming, there's some sort of a difficulty, an energy, a warning. Means like a buzzing noise that you've got mail, and you have to be able to check in, close your eyes and begin to hear your soul, what's happening. You have physical eyes and you have spiritual eyes. The physical eyes, shaitan want to occupy the physical eyes and put all the candies in front of the physical eyes as to darken your spiritual eyes, so that when you sit and make your tafakkur you have to detox from your physical eyes, you have to clean what your physical eyes saw and you go into your spiritual eyes. And then asking, Ya Rabbi, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, I'm nothing, and let me to enter into that realm of light in which I just want to be in that world of light and be under that energy. So for every sense, the sense of touch, the sense of taste, the sense of smell, the sense of hearing, the sense of seeing is physical and spiritual. In this month of testing and difficulty, the tafakkur and the contemplation has a correct and incorrect. That when a test comes to you, you don't need to know about the characters of the test. Big, I think we should make a highlight and a banner that this life is but a play. Don't worry about the actors, but you should fear the one who wrote it. Say not fear, then be worried about or focus on the one who wrote this qissa, this play, this life of ours. Everybody's lost in the characters. Test comes, difficulty comes, a battle comes, argument comes. It's more about you said, he said, she said. And I want to point to you, you're wrong, she's wrong, they're wrong, I'm right. That's not tafakkur. And then you want to sit in tafakkur and contemplate and meditate how they were all wrong and I'm the right one and they're all wrong. That's a egoistic meditation which is not supported. As much as you engage and indulge your nafs, they all leave. Heavenly madad leaves and you are left with your nafs. So when you go to pagan country, you see the manifestation of their nafs everywhere. We went to Bali with Mawlana Shaykh and there was horrific statues with all their genitalia out, all their horrible faces everywhere. I said, you know what this is? This is the nafs of people who sit and do meditation to themselves. They sit, they go into their issues and they don't find Allah, they find their reality of their horrific desires. Because everyone is wrong in your meditation except you. Everyone's wrong because that's now nafsani. Everyone's wrong, and before you know it the nafs begins to appear as a demonic creature until they began to follow it, they worshipped it, and then they began to feed it. So in those countries they make these demonic statues and then they were putting food under it, and they don't have eyes to see that only the dogs are eating the food. There's no God coming to eat the food. You putting the fruit, the rice, everything. If the fruit was good the kids would come and take it, and anything nobody wanted there was dogs everywhere eating it. So it means you projected what you believe to be, and Allah described, have you seen those who make their desire their God, their Lord, their Rabb? Their desire is based on their nafs, everyone's wrong, I'm meditating, they're all at fault. I am the good one, and now that nafs will begin to appear to that person and it shows itself in a demonic form. So then this tafakkur that they're teaching for us is that no matter what you're wrong. Because we said this hand came from Allah, everything under this tawheed is La ilaha illallah. So difficulty comes, I sit to begin to meditate, oh Ya Rabbi give me a patience, I'm going to wash, I'm going to sit and make my tafakkur, and then I'm going to say, Ya Rabbi fa'awudu amri inna Allahu basirun bil ibad. Ya Rabbi you see my condition, I'm now in difficulty, Ya Rabbi I'm in difficulty. Give me a sakina, give me a patience within my heart, and then they begin to teach, make your istighfar, make istighfar, make istighfar. This now your cool down phase. Then you begin to make your salawat on Prophet Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad ala Sayyidina Muhammad Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad ala Sayyidina Muhammad, go into sujood and say, Ya Rabbi what is it that you want me to understand from this test? That there's nobody wrong, it's just me the wrong. What am I to learn from this test? And if you can sit like that, even just for a few minutes, get up, then if you can't do it again, then do it again, do it again, and live a life in which you're wrong, completely wrong. That you don't want to make your nafs, your ego victorious, but I want to understand what is the message that you're sending to me, because it could not have come other than with Allah's permission. If you know yourself that you love Allah, you love Sayyidina Muhammad, you're watching this broadcast, you are from the lovers of Prophet, otherwise you would have tuned out a long time ago. Your lover, what Allah wants to show you. And then you begin to talk to your soul will talk to you. Allah will push your soul to explain to you, be patient. We don't want you to open your mouth. We want to see how much we can squeeze you, how much we're going to take you from. I think when we first came here we gave explain, everybody comes as a filet mignon. You don't know my background, my eloquency, who I am, I'm a big filet. So, you're a big filet, no problem. They have a thing that makes hamburgers. They put the filet in the grinder and they start to grind. Every filet, every chicken, whatever you are, it comes out the same at the end. Grounded, completely ground beef, so that you can be nice made into little patties. That's our life, see. That's all Allah wants, and that becomes every signal. If you find yourself to be guilty, I did nothing, I did absolutely nothing, then Allah said, then no problem on you, you're not now in an issue of a sin, but I still want something from you. If you did nothing in this difficulty that you're meditating about, Allah still wants something from you. There's the level in which you're doing sins and Allah give you difficulty to say, stop the sins. You go somewhere your hand burned, somebody's nazar, some difficulty came. When you pass those, and it's not about always the sin, I did something wrong, it can be mixed in with those. But if you find at a time say, I did nothing wrong, I did no sin, what is it that you want? There's always something that Allah wants. I want to see your level of patience. Didn't I test Sayyidina Ayub? Ayub is Jonah, the Sabr Ayub. Yeah, Sabr Ayub. I tested him with sickness, I tested him with loss of his children and family, I tested him with loss of wealth. Are you better than my Prophet? So we say, no Ya Rabbi, astaghfir, we don't want to be tested like Sayyidina Ayub, not at that level, but that's a daleel in life that Allah wants to test. Whether you're sinless or not, whether you're great or not, Allah wants something from it. So the tafakkur is not about finding everybody guilty, but what is it that you want from me? Not why did the test come, Allah doesn't explain and need to explain to me why, but Ya Rabbi, what is it, the character that you want from me? Begin to teach, I want sabr. Because if you inherit sabr, if you inherit patience, Allah would dress you with all of His names and attributes. So this is the most difficult to achieve. So no matter how pak and how great you think you are, the door of sabr is the most difficult. So even if you go through all your sins, everything, every answer for the tafakkur will come, I want sabr. If something happened to you, I want patience. So in patience you're going to use your tools. I'm going to meditate, I'm going to get angry, I got to wash, I got to do my salawats, I have to do all my practices to bring this fire down. Then forgive the play, the characters of the play. It's not them that are guilty. This is a very high level of tawheed, right? Allah says, in any scene of your movie of your life, you have three choices: eye for eye, somebody did something, you do something to them, that's it, you're at the lowest level, there's no growth from that. Your second choice, did something wrong to you, you want retribution, you want money. I don't want to hurt the person, but there's some money from them would make me happy, I get over it. That's again a second level, that's not from Allah. The third in any scene in life is, Ya Rabbi, I don't want anything from them, I turn my case to you. Everything is in your hands, Ya Rabbi. You do what you have to do with them, with me, with everything. I turn my case over to Allah. That's the level that they're teaching. They're not teaching kindergarten, they're teaching from very advanced levels of Islamic reality. That this is not about retribution, this is not about giving your nafs any credibility, this is about turning your case over in life to Allah at the highest level. I was wronged and I was oppressed, then Allah says, if you were truly oppressed, every du'a you make right now will be accepted by me. And awliyaullah live a life of oppression. Everybody oppresses them, everybody backbites them, everybody spreads slander and gossip and rumours about them. And Allah wants it that way because the voice of an oppressor is heard in Divine Presence. There's a hikmah. Allah said, they were oppressing you, they were bad to you. Speak, that's why their du'as are accepted. Means there's a wisdom in how Allah want to operate. You can't go around saying, I've been oppressed, I've been oppressed. Allah giving you a spiritual voice. You should have used it in your spirituality that you connect, meditate, Ya Rabbi, the oppression of this dunya is overwhelming me. Then Allah reveal to your heart and make du'a. Pray for all those whom are oppressed. Pray for all those whom are coming to your door in difficulty, because verily the voice of the oppressed one is heard in Divine Presence. So it means there's a wisdom in everything that's happening to our lives. So I don't focus on the players of this play, oh Ya Rabbi, destroy them, hurt them, give them difficulty. But they taught us in all of this is ask for their forgiveness. Ya Rabbi, they know not what they do. It's not about me and them, it's about me and you. What is it you want from me? Because then how can Allah test you if every time the characters are going to be cursed? So there was a big wali, he said, I want to die shaheed. And they come back in his spirituality, there's no war. How are you going to die shaheed? I don't know, I want to die shaheed. So So on his deathbed he's lying down, somebody ran into the room, a burglar, and started to stab him. And then his murids all ran in to rip the person to pieces. Somebody's killing the shaykh right now. He said, no, 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 no. In the midst of his passing away, he said, no, 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 no. I prayed for this to happen to me. I prayed to reach this station, leave that one alone, it's not him. I cannot reach that station without that event taking place. It's tremendous wisdom in our lives. For someone to be raised, somebody fell. For somebody to have, somebody has not. And this is like an opposite and a rule of opposites. So then the station of wilayat or the station of those who have good character, pray for those who are failing. Pray for those who are oppressing, that was their qismat that was written. Pray for those who do the wrong and say, subhanallah ya Rabbi, for what you're giving to me of the right and of the good and of all the great that you want to raise me, and I'm praying for all those who oppressed me and came against me, and by means of their bad action you raised me. Pray that Allah give us more understanding inshaAllah. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa wasila Surat al-Fatiha. InshaAllah with that in mind, and if we have questions on the tafakkur.
If during meditation one starts seeing and hearing, can he continue on the path without the guidance of a shaykh?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. Allah, you can never say never, Allah is free to do whatever He wants. There's an exception that Allah can guide whom He wants, however He wants, but the rule that Allah has bestowed upon us from Allah to Sayyidina Muhammad from Prophet to Ulul Am is have a consciousness and follow truthful servants, truthful in their deeds and in their actions. And to follow them is a physical guidance through a treacherous and dangerous path of unseen realities. So then they describe that if the Grand Canyon, which in the Americas is an immense valley, miles deep, horrific to look at, and then there's a trail to get on and walk down. If you walk it, most will fall off the edge out of the fear of heights and what they're going to do now, or they'll freeze. So they actually put you on a donkey and they blindfold you, and then the donkeys go down because they're not scared, they're trained for that. And you are on that path, safe on that donkey going down. Same understanding and guidance. That when Allah wants to guide through these realities, it's not for you to think that you can open up your hearing and vision in a world that you don't see. Are you hearing and seeing a jinn, a dirty jinn, a mu'min jinn? You think you're hearing angels? What is it that you see and hear? And the dangers, you have no idea what you're seeing and hearing. So imagine taking yourself to Skid Row, blindfold yourself and put a whole bunch of cash in your pocket. If you could survive that, then sure, you don't need a guide. But you probably have your clothes off within 5 minutes and take everything out of you. It's a treacherous and difficult way to deal with something you don't see. As soon as you have a guide, you're asking the guide everything. I'm meditating, I'm feeling this energy, I'm feeling like that. And because you're holding to them, they tell you, don't focus on that, don't focus on that. Do your zikr, do your tafakkur, do your practices. Don't get lost in what you think and you're hearing and what you're seeing. I should go here, I should do that, I should sell this, I should buy that. The physical guide tells you, no, your coordinates are wrong, continue with your practices. If you don't have that physical calibration that calibrates you, you will be all over the place. And that's when you go to those new age conferences, they're all crazy. They're all over the place. everyone believing in everything, going spooky, mystical, floating, aliens coming that are all blonde and brunettes, and it's just not right. They make up whatever is in their hawa and their desires. That's what we started the talk with. You make your desire and that's what you begin to imagine. They don't want the person to follow their desires, but they want to follow the haqqaiq and come against the desires, inshaAllah.
This is, they're asking if hearing during meditation is like the real voice of the shaykh, or what is the voice they hear? Is it the shaykh, is it them, or?
No, the real hearing is that you hear yourself. That when you sit, you're in a continuous state. Your being that's inside you, the being that wants to communicate with you, and then the being that's in the highest association. Means it wants to send you your coordinates from Allah, but you have to be at a state in which you can silence every sound to hear what you have to say to yourself. What is the guidance that my Lord has sent upon my soul for me to understand? That's why the tafakkur is so powerful. Most people live their life with never slowing down, so then they just listen to whatever they're doing in the speed of their emotion. As soon as you sit to contemplate, and then through their practices and their trainings on how to shut off all the different sounds, they begin to try to hear their voice, and the shaykh will push their voice onto them. Later at different levels, when they have an extreme love for their guide, they have the flavour and the mannerism of how their guide talks to them, and they can hear that dialogue with the shaykh. That's at a much higher level.
This person is asking, what are the signs of the opening of spiritual hearing and sight?
Signs?
Signs.
That you can hear and see. Yeah. InshaAllah, that you actually are following the shaykh, that these ears don't open without ihtibah, without following. We are the people of samina wa atana. Anyone whom has spiritual openings but they don't listen to the instructions, then those are again nafsani, those are from the ego and from shaitan and jinns playing with people. This way of following their teaching, following their orders, even if you're at a distance and you heard the sohbat, you heard the talks, then you go back and you fight with everybody, you do whatever you want, you can't say that now I'm hearing the shaykh. The hearing of the shaykh or hearing of inspiration is when Allah is pleased with the servant and they come against their desires and they begin to listen to their inspiration. The inspiration of the soul is always a difficulty against the body, not the inspiration of the nafs that go and tell this person this, go correct this, go say like this to somebody. But when you hear from your soul, it means go pray 20 rakahs right now, go read your dalal khairat, go give whatever's in your pocket to that person over there. Everything that hard upon the soul, upon the nafs coming from the soul, that level then they begin to hear, and they'll hear the inspirations that are coming into their heart of what Allah wants from them to them. Then they begin to get heated up and they feel heat coming upon them, and slowly the khashf, that Allah begin to open different visions within their heart of inspirations and visions. InshaAllah.
What should one recite for protection from any evil spirit or shaitan during meditation at night, and to remove fear also from the heart?
Yeah, we have a protection against evilness, that if you go to the website or to the app, that you click on the meditation or even in the search engine, that protection against evilness, it's a whole system. Means that you learn to the tafakkur, that you keep your wudu at all times, that you keep yourself covered, you enter the teachings of meditation and tafakkur, that you're been taught how to make madad. Everything you're doing is a madad. As soon as I sit, I'm asking support, I'm asking the support of all my teachers all the way up to Sayyidina Muhammad. I live and die by that understanding, always in a state of madad, always in a state of madad. Then they learn from them and read all of the different recitations, keep themselves in a state of wudu, and then they sleep. When they sleep with their head covered, their body parts are covered, and they sleep in a state of wudu. And they try not to break their wudu unless they have to get up, whoosh again, and then enter into the wudu. Then there's ayat al-Qur'an al-Kareem, 4 falaq, 3 nas, 2 ikhlas, and 1 ending du'a. That's on that article of wickedness, that it adds to 9. They recite and blow upon themselves before they sleep. And then there are other du'as on that article if they're experiencing more and more energies. As soon as they enter into their tafakkur and contemplation, they may have many dreams in which they are trying to defend themselves. Because now the shaykhs want to test that, are you trying to defend yourself with yourself or you're calling upon madad? If you're not making the madad, then there's still something wrong in what you understand. You think that you can fix the problem instead of asking for the madad and support of Allah.
Sayyidi, can we get guidance on any matter from shaykh through meditation if we live in a different country? And also, how can we recognize if it's guidance from the shaykh or whispers from the shaitan?
Yeah, the meditation is not for the guidance at that level. That's at a much higher level. That's when your whole cellular network is running. You're talking about the introduction to meditation by connecting your heart, making your muraqabah, and you're doing your awrad. So it's already written awrad authorized by the shaykhs and all the grand shaykhs. You recite the awrad, you make the meditation, you make the zikr of Allah, enter into a state in which you can get your heart to feel the energy that's coming, that the shaykh is in front of you, that I'm nothing, to make yourself in a state of being nothing, to enter into the muhabbat and the khudur and the fana. So it means all these things that have to be accomplished. And then as far as actual guidance from the articles, from the talks, a lot of the questions that people have probably answered before they even ask them, because the guidance is what comes to your heart is like a signal being sent out. It's their responsibility to begin to sort of answer that signal. So the guidance is coming by the sheer amount of talks and lectures and SoundCloud and every format imaginable. Anything specific to a life choice, then they can email the society or the shaykh that they're dealing with. They email and say that I have a specific question. But the guidance is on a day-to-day. The talk gives us the guidance, oh I shouldn't fight with anyone, I should be following that. Did you follow that? Because immediately tonight and tomorrow you'll be in conflict with all sorts of testing, and see if you follow that, inshaAllah.
What is the difference between a state of sadness, lamentation, weeping during meditation, and a state of happiness, celebration, laughing?
The weepingness is generally related to the soul. When the proximity of a holy energy begin to enter near the soul, there's a tremendous amount of weeping because of the proximity of that Divinely Presence through that soul. If the soul of Prophet comes, immediately all crushing and crying because of the soul's reality in the immense understanding of how it knows it's done everything wrong. It's not like the nafs to be proud. The soul knows that we came onto the earth, we didn't achieve what we promised to achieve to Allah. The soul knows that I miss you, I'm yearning for you, I've been far from you, I'm stuck on this abode, and begin to cry like a reunion with something very beloved. So it means that there's a very holy soul entering into that presence, and then tajalli becomes very sort of heavy upon the soul, and the crying. And then the euphoric dress is by its nature is euphoric. You feel the energy, you feel happy, you feel good, energies are coming into the heart, filling the heart. So both jalali with jamal. So you have to mix, there has to be a might and majesty that make everything to crush and to cry, and then Allah send the jalali to like a rain to make the soul to be happy and the heart to be sort of joyful, inshaAllah. In mixing, they come in mixes, inshaAllah.
When is the best time for meditation?
Inshallah after Asr, because this is a moment in which the earth, everything is shutting down, and from Salat al-Tahajjud or Asr to Maghrib, or from Salat al-Tahajjud to Fajr inshallah, when everything is slow and shut down and people are not busy on the network. This dunya is like a big internet. If people are busy in the middle of the day, the connection is not going to be good, and it's based on a dunya understanding energy. When everybody's sleeping, Allah describes the signals very strong. That's why He recommends to come and pray Salat al-Tahajjud, where the Divinely Presence is very close to insan, because the energy is very strong inshaAllah. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifoon wa salaamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Bi hurmati Muhammad al-Mustafa wa bi sirri Surat al-Fatiha. Thank you very much inshaAllah. Salat al-Isha.
The annual Grand Milad, brought to you by Hubbi Rasool, is taking place on November 8th at 6 p.m. Come celebrate the biggest Mawlid on the West Coast and raise the flags of love for this most blessed occasion. Take part in Salawat, Naat and Qawwali recitations, and ziyarah of the holy hair of Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Also, enjoy a delicious 3-course meal, all included in this free event. Tickets are available now on nurmuhammad.com/events. Are you ever searching for what zikr to recite for a particular situation, or which prayer to make for an event or need? The search is over. We bring to you through the Muhammadan Way app an all-encompassing Islamic guide. A platform where you can find all the surahs from Holy Quran, special du'as and prayers, as well as live zikrs and comprehensive Islamic teachings from world-renowned scholars. Download this powerful app now and keep up to date with in-app notifications. Available for download on iOS and Android.